I'm going to lead this next question from your intro on your social media because it's one of the coolest profile intros I've ever read, and I want to share it with folks out there. It says, "Story singer, a writer who merges the raw roots of Americana with the polished songcraft of Nashville, possessing a voice as much a character as the ones who inhabit her songs." So my question here is, the term singer songwriter is thrown around a lot. It's bandied about a lot in the industry. You're using a different term. This is story singer. What's the difference to you?
The difference is singer songwriter, like you're saying, is way overused. Performing songwriter is way overused. Americana, everybody who doesn't fit something else is Americana. And then I don't know, for some reason, story singer hit me. I know that Lori McKenna and some of the other people say song teller, which
Yes.
is another way of trying to say I tell stories in my songs, but I've never heard anybody say story singer.
I
And I just
haven't
thought,
either.
okay,
Yeah.
I'm coining a phrase, and it sticks. I mean, I really think I played a bunch of shows this last week in Key West. 9 out of 10 people that come up to me to talk to me about my songs say, oh, I love the stories you tell. And they mean the setups as well as the story in the song.
Yep.
And so it's a repeated theme I hear all the time: your stories, your stories, your stories.
Makes people
So
listen, right?
it does. The other thing I think, another word that I hear a lot, and you didn't ask me for this, but I'll just offer it, because the other difference that I see in what I do and what a lot of other like young performers, people who could sing better than me, play better than me, they maybe draw bigger crowds. The thing that I hear is your songs are so relatable, and I love that word
Mm-hmm.
because that's the whole point of what I do
Yep.
is relationships, connections, trying to say something that somebody else will go, ah, I wanted to say that, but I didn't know how. Well, I didn't know how either
Yeah,
until I
and
said
the really
it.
sad thing is like the only time to find. I'm not going to say the only time, but most of the time, the only way to find relatable music is live. It's so saturated in trying to find stuff that you care about nowadays and
Mm-hmm.
DIY and all of that stuff. So like when I find stuff like that, I latch on like big time, you know what I mean? But yeah, I can see
Okay.
that from a
Yeah.
live aspect because most of the stuff that I've gravitated towards recently is stuff that I found live or somebody
Hmm.
recommended to me, from
Mm-hmm.
artist to artist or whatever. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. I also hear tunesmith a lot or songsmith. Is
Yes.
another one. I love Lori McKenna, by the way. I love that you dropped her
Oh,
name. Huge fan.
neat. Yep.
Golly, she's great.
Same.
I saw her at the Kessler a few years
Oh,
back. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
it was her and Glenn Phillips from Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a great, great show. Great show.
Yeah. She's a master.
Agreed, agreed. So you talked about the new record, maybe New Mexico is coming out March 7th.
Yep.
What can we expect on this that might be a little bit different?
It's going to be more stripped down. So I didn't have any electric guitar, cello on a couple of songs, just more. I think what I wanted to do is say this record is going to be very much closer to what, if you come to one of my shows, this is me. We did enhance. I mean, we have bass and we have drums and we have, background singers and more keys on this song too. So we had Charlie Lowell, who used to be with Jars of Clay, and he did a lot of keys and B3 and bells and just all kinds of little enhancements. And it was really nice to have him in the studio with the band playing. So that's different. And then I have one song, Dear Life, that's a piano ballad. I've never put just me and a vocal and piano with cello on an album before.
I
So kind of
absolutely love the
stretching.
cello in it. Love the cello.
And that was a last minute decision. I have a song called Switzerland on the record, and Mitch and I were playing around with it, and he was trying to add some pads, just like strings. And I said, you know what I really think it needs? I think it needs cello. And I think, because I love cello, and I said, I think we could put cello on that and Dear Life. And then I took off and came home to Dallas. And the next week he had a girl come in and lay cello down, and then he sent it to me, and I was like blown away.
It's great. Yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
Smart choice.
Yeah.